Paramahamsa Nityananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nityananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamaha-siddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nityanandaya Swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga Nivarakam Vande Papa Vinashaktam Nityanandaya Swagatam Nityamuktam Nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka Pradipakam Vande Shantamayam Bandham Nityanandaya Swagatam Ananda Gandha Sancharam Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
When your Kundalini is awakened properly through the initiation of an enlightened master, your brain reaches the highest coherence, highest conscious coherence, and your non-mechanical parts of the brain gets awakened. Please understand, your brain has two different parts. Mechanical parts means the parts which are responsible for your function of the heart, the function heart's function, the function of the lungs, function of the kidney. These parts are all mechanical. It will be functioning for all the human beings. Whoever is healthy, for all human beings, for all of them it will be functioning. But the non-mechanical parts of the brain, those parts are responsible for the extraordinary powers like telepathy, teleporting, and we call it teleporting the information and teleporting the material.
In India, all possible methods and technologies have been used to awaken the Kundalini Shakti, the potential energy of human beings. In the modern terms, the non-mechanical parts of the brain. Please understand, mechanical parts of the brain are responsible for your breathing, your blood flow, normal body functions, like the liver functioning, simple body functions. But the mechanical parts of the brain are only very small part in your brain. There is a huge part, non-mechanical parts of the brain, which is not awakened in normal human beings. In India, different traditions have tried to awaken those non-mechanical parts of the human brain for various reasons, to have extraordinary powers, to have union with cosmos, to have the ultimate enlightenment itself.
Brain is physical, gross blueprint of your mind. Please understand, brain itself is not mind. It's a blueprint of your mind. I wanted to introduce few of the truths about the consciousness, mind and brain. If I give you an example, sun reflecting on the mirror. The sun is the consciousness. The reflection is mind. The mirror on which, the part of the mirror on which the reflection is happening, that area is brain. Consciousness is sun. The reflection itself is mind. The area of the mirror on which the reflection is happening is brain. By awakening the non-mechanical parts of your brain, you create a clean mirror for the reflection to be more pure, reflection to be more true to the consciousness. When you clean the mirror, the reflection, mind, can be more true to consciousness. When you clean the mirror, the reflection can be more true to sun. If there is a misshape, dust or part of the mirror which does not reflect properly, the reflection will not be true to the sun. So awakening your brain, non-mechanical parts of the brain, and keeping it clean and alive will make your mind true to the consciousness. making your mind true to the consciousness is enlightenment. If your mind can reflect consciousness as it is, without adding or deleting illusion or delusion, you are living enlightenment. In your life, so many different experiences you go through, so many different parts you carry in your brain. See, one part of your brain is knowledge. One part of your brain is compassion. One part of your brain is violence. One part of your brain is cunningness. One part of your brain is speed with discrimination. One part of your brain is speed without discrimination. One part of your brain is the pure silence. Understand? When each part of your brain is actualized to its complete potentiality, it is self-actualization. If all parts, all the non-mechanical parts of your brain is actualized to its full potentiality, it is called self-realization.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nityananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nityananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
Some truths from the field of neurophysiology. It's from a website, yogajournal.com. Samskaras or engrams create mental grooves in the brain like a riverlands in sand that let water run in certain patterns. They say each time we react in a certain way, for example, getting angry, we strengthen the power of the pathway. It's a one truth. It's a very important truth. The more and more you react in the same way, the more and more you strengthen that engram. If you are habituated to fall sick due to any stress or fear, you encourage, you strengthen that engram of falling sick due to stress and fear. I tell you, if you are really feeling stressed or fear or anxiety, do something very active. Either cathartic meditation or kind of an intense weightlifting, activating body. I tell you, you will create a new engram. So whenever fear or stress happens in you, that whole thing gets converted as energy, useful energy. Instead of that staying in you and making you weak and disease, that same thing can be used as energy. You see, Rajas, when it is added with awareness, can just become part of your life, can be directly useful. If you are stressed, if you have the anger towards somebody, fear, just take it out on weighing machine, weightlifting machine. Just take it out on the gym.
or do some intense catharsis process. I have given so many catharsis process from different traditions, Manipura Shuddhi Kriya. So many kriyas, the cathartic kriyas are there. Pranayams like Bastrika, Kapalbhati. There are so many cathartic kriyas. Talking in tongues. In Christian tradition they call it glazololia. In Hindu tradition we call it Manipura Shuddhi Kriya. Or loud chanting of Upanishads, Vedic mantras. Take out your anger in these ways. Release your stress in these ways. Release your fear in these ways. You will see, you will be creating new riverlands. You can do 108 Surya Namaskar or intense weightlifting, working out. The samana balancing immediately will convert that stress into energy. Rajas will become energy. Only first few days you need to create this new riverland. Then every time this new riverland will become strengthened. That will become strength. So, as neurophysiologists say, each time you react in certain way, you strengthen the power of the pathway. So each time when the river runs in that same riverland, the riverland becomes more deeper. So the river running in that same direction becomes more stronger, more permanent. Same way, in your brain also you have so many rivers. Ganga, Kaveri, Yamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, Narmada, Sindhu, so many rivers. Some are wild rivers, forest rivers. The rivers which really creates calamity by the forest flood or sudden floods, you need to make a dam and divert it in different direction. Making dam and diverting it different direction is what I call sadhana. Sadhana means making dam and diverting it to different direction. But unfortunately, we have another one biggest riverland, engraved memory, engram, samskara, laziness, eternal laziness. One of the biggest engram. Biggest enemy for awakening non-mechanical parts of your brain or sadhana or for enlightenment or for achievement is laziness. See, once the laziness enters into your system, nothing can be done. Once you break one or two strong samskaras, you just know, simply you know. You simply know how to break. The science of breaking the samskara is learned. The science of handling your body and mind is learned. So, you will create new riverlands. Another one truth. Neuroplastic science says your brain has the ability to create new grooves and pathways, and the existing ones will heal up and disappear if left on their own. This is yogaflavoredlife.com website, source. Understand? It's a very important thing. Your brain can create new grooves and pathways. Means the possibility for new life exists. Possibility for becoming a new man exists. Possibility for becoming new consciousness exists. That is what we call initiation. And the existing ones will heal up and disappear if left on their own. They will just disappear if left on their own. Nothing else is required. Nothing else is required. You don't need to do something special to fill the existing river. No. Just make a dam, divert the water, the existing pattern will dry up automatically. Then they will get closed automatically. Scientist Debbie Whitmore says, the science of neuroplasticity focuses on how the brain can rewire itself to forge new connections and break cycles of negative thinking and acting. Patanjali very beautifully says, if you are suffering with some particular engram, just create the anti-engram, anti-emotion. For example, if you are suffering with violence, create compassion. If you are suffering with anger, create peace. And feel that it is spreading all over your body. Release that into the cosmos through your every pore. You will see, you will just create new mental setup, new brain pattern as you want. Exactly what Patanjali is saying. Of course, he said it 5,000 years before, at least 5,000 years before. Now the neuroplasticists, scientists are proving it. Debbie Whitmore is proving it. Again, one more report, study done on yoga. The regular practice of yoga is the perfect formula for creating a new deep behavioral grooves in the brain that take advantage of neuroplasticity. Just as I was telling now, working on the body, straight away working on the body, uncompromising way, breaking the laziness system. I tell you, this Padayatra which I took up in my young age, this Parivrajaka Yatra, it has done so much in my system, so much. Because once you start walking in the morning, till evening, even if you are tired, you can't stop because you have to find the next village. Unless you find the next village, no food, no stay, no sleep. And it's a very powerful system. I can tell you, very powerful system. Same way, the morning sadhana should be a padayatra for you. You are not reality, you are potentiality. You are not reality, you are potentiality. We need to work constantly, every day, adding yogic body and Vedic mind untiringly. If one day missed is a miss, lost. See, one of the biggest crime in spiritual practice or in the field of awakening is this laziness. This comes and catches us in such a way you don't even know you are not doing anything. Laziness can be classified in different ways. Laziness out of escaping mentality, laziness out of fear, laziness just for laziness. See, laziness out of escaping mentality can be healed by greed. Laziness out of fear can be healed again by making you fearless. But this laziness just for laziness is the most dangerous laziness. Most of us suffer with that laziness only. Do not allow that laziness for laziness. Break the body and mind with intensity. You will see
the real rewiring of your brain happens. The only enemy, the only reason why we don't rewire our brain is laziness. It's just laziness.
Ingenious. Your child learns and experiences the true science of Vedic tradition. Notice a measurable increase in your child's performance. Daily yoga and powerful meditations. Innovative art processes based on life solutions. Activities that bring Vedic culture to life. For more information and registration, email us at ngenius@nityananda.org or visit www.innerawakening.org.
Analyze with all the logical doubts you have, because the logical doubts you have are responsible for not awakening the non-mechanical parts of your brain. You can awaken your Kundalini Shakti, non-mechanical parts of your brain, trillions of cells, by pranayama, yoga, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, this kind of techniques are deep devotion, feeling connection, surrender to the chosen deity as God through bhakti, or intense, constant creativity without even bothering why you are being creative. It is an extraordinary self-sacrifice. Constantly being creative without even bothering why you are being so creative.
If both beings, non-mechanical parts of the brain is awakened, you will also be constantly settling with your ecstasy. She will also be constantly settling with her ecstasy. Even if you share each other, you will be sharing your ecstasy. Constantly you will be radiating it. Now the metropolitan cities are leading in divorce rate, 33%. And the whole thing has started rising only in last 10 years, after the IT revolution. No, really. No, the reason, these are all the great side effects of the IT revolution, understand. The reason, the main reason is, their routine is not happening after their psychological revolution, understanding. The hardware is forced to do something for which software is not even, forget about training, not even taught. The software does not know why it should do, does not have any justification why it should do, but the hardware is made to do. That kind of routine leads to more and more dullness. So instead of awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain, even the mechanical parts of the brain starts dying. Then you carry the constant depression and dullness in you, and you share that only. When you hug the other person, when you touch the other person, you just pour the depression, that dullness. So naturally, you are living together, not together. The dissatisfaction arises. That dissatisfaction leads to all kinds of fight. One important thing, when that kind of a dullness and depression happens, suddenly you will see, you will start feeling like your whole life is doomed. Please understand,
all over the world, all mystery schools, all mystical traditions, all spiritual lineages have worked intensely on third eye. The Browse Center is Cosmic Browsing Center. Please understand, right? In a browsing center, you can upload or download any information you want. The Browse Center is a cosmic browsing center. You can access, download, use, send any information to and from cosmos. The cosmic archives is directly available. You have access to it. You have possibility of experiencing it. I am not promoting some theories. Please understand, I am talking something which is tangible, I can say much more tangible than what you think as tangible. Reality than what you think as reality. In yesterday's section, I was saying the 21 different logic, independent logic functioning in your system. Different independent logic functioning in your brain. When you try to be idiotically consistent with one logic and go on denying, depressing, suppressing other parts and other logics, you suppress and do not allow the non-mechanical parts of the brain to be awakened. Understand? The non-mechanical parts of the brain in your system is responsible for extraordinary experiences and powers. You can send and receive messages to anybody, anywhere in the universe. You can attract right people towards you and send wrong people away from you.
So the first 14 years, kids living in a place where more people have awakened or working on awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain will do so much good which cannot even be told by words. Just living, see, accessing the cosmic information center is not like a technique need to be taught step by step. Just if the kids know, wow, this kind of a person, extraordinary intelligence exists, that's all they need to know. That conviction is the internet access, that's all. Now the information which I said, that like this I had access to the information which was not fed to me through the eyes or ears, if they know that, that's enough. Their sixth sense, the balance, will just get awakened and will start functioning. And you will see in few days they also start expressing informations which was never fed to them through through the hearing or seeing. Over. I am opening up a great new possibility. Our Gurukul system is nothing but awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain, that internet access. That's all. Ordinary education system, the Western education system, the book-based education system, the information education system, information-based education system, teaches you how to use your brain as a computer, personal computer, PC. But N-based education system, the Gurukul system, which I am creating, teaches you how to use your brain, use your computer as the internet access system. When you awaken the balance, the sixth sense, with a simple reminding you, it is your inborn tendency, innate intelligence, nothing else. You are with it, just do it. You'll see, the kids will start using their brain more like computer with internet access, where the informations are available which is not fed through that computer. Any information, any knowledge created at any time in the planet Earth is available. All you need is plug the internet connection and know that you can access and download and process. Whenever you think any high-level thought, one non-mechanical component, non-mechanical part of your brain gets awakened. It's a truth. Any higher truth you contemplate or clicks with you, a non-mechanical parts of the brain gets awakened. Kundalini is the potential energy which you carry inside you. If that energy is awakened, naturally, automatically the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. The awakening of the Kundalini is a very powerful process. Very powerful process. Many methods, many techniques, many traditions talk about this. One important thing you should know, with a living master, this awakening the Kundalini is very easy and safe. Without the living master, it's like a working with medical books and experimenting on yourself. Whatever is said and done, you cannot directly experiment with the medicines after reading few medical books.
Dial the Avatar. Paramahamsa Nityananda answers your questions live during the daily morning satsang every day at 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We invite you to directly talk to Swamiji and receive his blessings for your life to be filled with bliss and all the auspiciousness. Dial the Avatar at 9180-2727-9999, extension 129.
When you have particular set of understandings and live your life with that understanding, disciplines expressed by you with that understanding, by that understanding, automatically you release a kind of energy. It is a scientific fact. When you have particular kind of understanding and live your life based on that understanding, when those understanding express as a kind of a discipline in you, that lifestyle releases an energy in you. It's a very clear scientific fact. Any disciplined life, when it is lived, releases energy in you. This energy awakens the non-mechanical part of the brain. Understand, I'm trying to express exactly what happened in me or what is happening in me. When you have a strong clarity and understanding and live a life based on that understanding, a kind of a discipline arises in you which is unique and your own. Understand, I am not saying morality. Morality is when you try to generalize the discipline, it becomes morality. No. I can say customized morality. The true morality starts happening in you. It releases a tremendous energy inside your system. That energy awakens the non-mechanical part of your brain. When the non-mechanical part of your brain is awakened, your body is incapable of receiving that new awakenings. That incapability and the new awakening, when it starts gelling with each other, what happens is what I call bliss. When you have particular kind of understanding, a revelation or a click, that understanding, when you start organizing all your thought and activities based on that understanding, a kind of a beautiful morality or a beautiful discipline starts happening in you, which will be unique to your system. That discipline releases a tremendous energy. That is what I call psychological revolution. That energy release awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain. Means the awareness usually other beings will not have. These great truths and understandings land on you. When you carry them in you, you will suddenly fall in tune with the cosmic constitution. And falling in tune with the cosmic constitution awakens a unique discipline in you. Continuously your thinking process comes back to that understanding, to that clarity, to that revelation. You are applying that thought, the understanding as a key in every situation. That releases a tremendous energy in your system. That energy awakens the non-mechanical parts of your brain. You will see as if your whole brain is alive. Because of that, you will feel the whole body is alive. Your earlier hardware, earlier body is not directly capable of accepting the new expression, the new energy. When these two are trying to settle with each other, what happens is what I call ecstasy or bliss. Bliss is a byproduct or side effect of a new psychological revolution trying to settle in your system. And one more important thing, because continuously the understanding takes you to the higher and higher heights, as long as you carry the body, continuously you will be feeling that bliss expressing, the bliss exploding. Continuously it will be like an excitement. These understandings are so powerful, they do not leave you in between. They do not just become dull. Understand? If you start the spiritual practice or the spiritual discovery, and more and more and more it is opening new doors. This understanding is such, even if you don't listen to me physically, that understanding, when it is applied every moment in the life, will be opening, revealing new things. Will be opening and revealing new things. That is why the initiation given by an enlightened being is so alive, it will be keeping you constantly exciting. If that same words uttered by unenlightened person and you try to work with that, those words only creates rituals. With enlightened person, even rituals are exciting, new. So many new things are discovered. So wonderful. It's like a intense ecstatic journey. The energy and happenings are the side effect of the awakened, psychologically revolutioned inner software trying to settle with the hardware. One important thing, the hardware, the more and more it settles and lives with that software which is awakened, it becomes more and more intelligent and capable of experiencing that joy. That is another beauty. It becomes more and more capable, sensitive, intelligent, and it opens more and more possibility to experience and internalize that ecstasy, that joy. Mind is not wild, uncontrollable as you are constantly taught or as you constantly think, understand. Because you try to create war with yourself, the fight with yourself, you go on feeling mind is uncontrollable. It's like you try to pull your own shoes and fly. When you fail 2 times, you think the flying is impossible. Flying is not impossible. Flying is possible. The process you are using may be wrong. The method you are using may be wrong. That's a very beautiful enlightened master, alchemist. Not only master, alchemist. Alchemist means who can transmit enlightenment through medications, through medicines, through herbs. Siddhas. He writes continuously verses calling the mind as my inner ghost, my inner ghost. When I read the verses, I realized it's a very powerful technique. Actually, whatever problem the mind creates, he gives solution for the mind. Verbally, keeping the mind outside as a ghost. He says, "Oh my inner ghost, listen, this is the truth." You may think it's a play, but I tell you, just try this. Such powerful process. Whenever you have a problem, of course you have always, just get into your room or place where you can sit and talk to yourself, where you will not be in a trouble or mess for talking to yourself. Because in the society, you can't talk to yourself openly. So find a place and clearly visualize that your inner ghost, your mind is sitting in front of you, and talk, verbally answer the problem. You do not know the power of this method, process, technique. Don't feel shy, don't feel timid, don't feel disturbed. Verbally tell your mind, hey, this is not the problem, this is not the solution, this is the problem, this is the solution. You don't know the power of uttered words. See, the words which are going on inside you, till they pass through the vak, they will not be clear, stable, recorded in your brain. So all your problems, if they have the power of 66%, the uttered words will have the power of 100%. So when you utter a word towards your mind, suddenly so much of clarity will happen. Your mind will just settle down, keep quiet. It's like a baby, it's like a child. All you need is a simple friendliness with your mind, and sit alone. Tell clearly your mind the solution for your problem. Just start talking to your mind, nothing else. Sit and tell your frightened, greedy mind, whatever the mind is feeling, hey, this is not the truth. You know. If you don't know, better now you know. This is going to be the solution. This is the way it is going to be. Let us face it. Let us live it. Let us go through it. Let us be. Clearly, verbally talk. By the time when you talk, you will have the clarity. Either you are having the problem which is not there, or you are overacting, or at least you will be clear, you don't know the solution for some problems you have. So that you can concentrate your energy only on those problems. You don't need to be wasting your problems on all, your energy on all problems. Many times, till you utter, you will be thinking the same problem morning, evening, noon, every time. And you would have found the solution 10 times, and you would have forgotten the solution. Again, you will not know that you already found the solution, you will be reinventing. Reinvention of the solution itself takes away your so much time. Once you sit and talk to your mind and tell the solutions you found, it will be recorded in the non-mechanical parts of your brain. Your mind will not ask that same problem. Anything, when you utter it clearly to your mind, it gets recorded into your system so strongly, you will remember very clearly you already invented the solution for it. You don't need to rethink, go through the same groove and reinvent the solution. The verbal communication with your mind will make many things clear in you. And this is what I call taming the mind.
Trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare,
past compassion. Your love is endless like an ocean. Nityananda, Nityananda. My life's become a meditation. If this is we had a deep connection. Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands. Oh, heart begins again. Every time I think of you, I just start to meditate to be better.
Montreal University researchers found evidence that practicing the centuries-old Zen meditation, sitting, Zen meditation, can reinforce a central brain region that regulates pain. Through training, Zen meditators appear to thicken certain areas of cortex, and this appears to underlie their lower sensitivity to pain. According to MRI results, the central brain regions that regulate emotions were significantly thicker in Zen meditators compared to non-meditators. Just witnessing, nothing else is required, just witnessing can make this happening in your system. What the scientists are saying, the central brain regions that regulate emotions were significantly thicker in Zen meditators. Just witnessing can make it thick. Nothing else is required. Go on witnessing. Witnessing will lead to unclutching, unclutching will lead to witnessing. Being a sakshi, being a witness, will naturally awaken your Kundalini Shakti and non-mechanical parts of your brain. That is what these researchers are proving with scientific evidences. It's a very great revelation.
Breaking yourself free and opening all dimensions is what is the sacred secret you need to learn in this sutra. Then automatically you have such a deep, devoted, grateful, gratitude-based connection towards the center core of your personality, which is the higher self, God. Some of the important truths not only need to be understood, need to be experienced. This multi-dimension, you should start experiencing. Just start trying to do some poetry. You don't need to worry about perfection, just trying. Try different dimensions of you. That is why we say Shiva has taken 64 forms to express 64 arts. All the 64 arts are 64 dimensions of you. Even a normal man, to be a perfect human being, should be able to express 64 dimensions. But as a mystic, he should be able to express at least 108 dimensions. When the non-mechanical parts of your brain is awakened, you will be perfectly radiating at least 108 dimensions.
So try to express the multiple dimensions. Then naturally the energy which controls you inside, all your multiple dimensions, you will have a beautiful relationship with it. You will experience the ultimate experience being a yogi.
Awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain, awakening the Kundalini Shakti just by giving understanding to you. I can say one of the most difficult path, if you have to do it by yourself, one of the most simple path, if an incarnation is there to do it for you. Understand? Opening the non-mechanical parts of your brain, awakening trillions of cells in your brain, awakening your Kundalini Shakti, just by deeper and deeper and deeper understanding about the existence. If you have to do it by yourself, it is almost like having a matchstick and trying to measure the whole world through the matchstick. The moment you awaken one cell and go to the other cell, this cell is already sleeping. Let me exactly define what is awakening. The experience which you carry about you, that I exist, should function through that part and connect with the reality. Understand? So what you think as you, that individual self, should function through all trillion cells and relate with reality. This is the exact definition of awakening. Now, if the Pratyagatma Chaitanya, the individual consciousness, is functioning through the eyes and relating with reality, already the tongue is sleeping or slipped into falsehood. If that is relating through the skin with the reality, ears are sleeping or slipped into the falsehood. Understand? Any part in you, any cell in you which is not connecting with the self and the reality, which is not being bridge for these two, is either sleeping or slipping. All sleeping is slipping into falsehood. For example, now your ears are functioning, eyes are functioning, but if you are not completely aware about the changes you are experiencing in your skin, the skin part is not in reality. That cells are in falsehood, slipping into falsehood. So, you are not completely enlightened. All trillions of cells connecting with the self and reality, means all three are in tune. This experience is what I call inner awakening. If you have to do this by yourself, impossible. Try. By the time you keep your eyes alive, open, awake, with reality, of course, even if it sees, it is not seeing the reality, because there is so many layers and layers and layers of mist and dust. A man who can lie through the teeth, knowing he is talking something different than what he knows or what is or what he thinks or believes as is, will never be able to even realize the depth of falsehood in which he is slipping into. This path of understanding, Jnana Yoga, nothing, just sit in his presence, listen, listen, listen. Through every understanding, he opens various parts of your brain, non-mechanical parts of your brain. The inner awakening happens. And he awakens your Kundalini just by giving you deeper and deeper understandings. Nothing else. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 0974220331. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nityananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nityananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nityananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.